Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club. This is a segment of the show where we talk about a video game that we have been playing from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And every podcast, we play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of that game, and then we talk about it.
Yes.
We have never done a timed interval of a game. We've always done chapters because it's a lot easier.
I think I think we played one timed interval of Death Stranding.
No, we haven't.
Way
we
back
talked
in the
about
day?
it. We talked about it, but
we didn't play
do
it?
No.
Oh. Why did I buy those 2 copies then?
Well, we were playing it. Oh, yeah, why?
Well, the idea was to do it for Game Club, and I
Yeah.
bought us each a copy, and I'm sure we talked about it at least once, but then it was like, oh, it doesn't work too well when you're only playing a timed interval.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I made it to here. Well, I did this. All I did was deliveries. Oh, well, there's not much to talk about.
Yeah. And I think it made it a lot harder when I was on the road
That is also true, too.
doing that kind of stuff.
That is also true.
But
We could
no.
always retry the timed interval.
Yes. We
I'd
should
like
do
to play Death Stranding.
it. Yeah. Except now I need the director's cut.
I mean, not really. I mean,
But
yeah,
I want
guess
the
so.
tutorial so I know what I'm
Okay,
doing.
all right. Anyways. We'll figure it out another time.
Yeah, we will.
We're playing Plague Tale right now.
Plague Tale Requiem.
I'd rather be playing Death Stranding.
Chapter 12. I
Yes.
forgot to pull up the synopsis.
What's the synopsis? They had to escape.
Chapter
I got
12,
you.
Lord of the Flies? No, Chapter 12, Requiem.
I got it figured out for you.
Do you?
Yeah. They got to get away off the island. They're on the way to the boat.
Yes.
And the guard comes up and is like, no, the Count wants to talk to you. Your mummy is here. And they're like, let's go see Mummy.
I was like, oh, great.
And I was like, how did their mom find them?
Yeah, I don't want to see Mummy, and I don't want to see
Yeah.
freaking Lucas.
So I was like, this will go well for everybody involved. So we follow the guard back to the castle with some slow-ass walking through a slow-ass city under slow-ass siege by slow-ass rats.
Very slow ass, yeah.
And they're just like, you hear people wailing like, what about my husband? He was bit by a rat. We've got to light more fires. We finally get to the castle, and our mom is waiting for us. Hugo is like, Mummy, are you mad at us? And then another guard comes and is like, you've been summoned to see the Count. And she's like, me? Why me? It's time to go. The Count asks, I command. Okay, fine. So we follow the guard slowly through the castle. Follow.
Building that dramatic tension.
And we get to the Count, and the Count's like, we got to show you something. It's not like you can just tell me, you got to show me.
Yeah, we got to go up
so
the
we
stairs.
slowly slow the Count through the castle. And the Count's so stupid, he wants to toy with Amicia. So rather than just stabbing her in the back, he kicks her down some stairs.
Yeah.
So then her arm's all fucked up, and she's like, I got to get out of here. And we slowly crawl away from the Count while the Count is complaining about how she's fucked everything up and how, this prophecy is going to happen for his wife. And she's like, you've got it all wrong. That's not how the prophecy goes. He's like, yeah, probably. I made it all up. My wife is crazy. I wanted to make her happy. So I made it up, and now she's happy, but she believes it. So I guess you got to die. So then we have to slowly run away from the Count into one of the most tedious and rage-inducing sections of the game so far. Of us dodging and trying to open a gate, and then
yes.
The game, okay. Maybe it's my fault. I don't know. The whole point of this, we're getting chased.
We're in a kitchen.
We
start off in a kitchen, and we got to maneuver through the kitchen
Yeah.
so that the Count can't get us.
So the Count,
with a broken arm, we can't really win.
So this part I got through no problem. The kitchen was not a problem.
Yeah.
I immediately went through it.
Yeah.
Crawl under a table, crawl under another table, I'm through.
Yeah.
We eventually get to a room where we have to pull a crank to open the gate.
Yeah.
So maybe it's my fault. I've been being chased by the Count. I'm in a hurry. So I see the crank. I start cranking.
Crank it.
Crank it 3 times. So
just twice.
Just twice. So I start cranking. The gate starts moving. Amicia's like, it's too noisy. The Count comes busting in. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta stop. I gotta avoid the Count. come back to the crank, turn the crank. So I'm like, I'm trying to climb under a table, go like whatever, hide into this area, try to hide behind these shelves, I kind of get away. But then the Count sees you. He moves faster than you. He grabs you, kills you. Okay, let me try it this way. I'll try the left crank this time. Same thing. The Count sees you. You crawl under a table. He grabs your ankle, pulls you out, kills you. Okay, what do I do this time? I'll pull this crank and I'll run to the other crank, see if that makes a difference. No, the Count gets you. You die. So like 4 times I die. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, what am I supposed to do here? So then this next time I'm like, fuck it. I'll just walk around the room. Like, I'm not going to turn the crank. So, of course, now the Count has stopped chasing you. And you can run around the room for as long as you'd like. Just looking.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything.
Sure
just
don't.
look. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, this game. So I look around and I'm breaking all the pots so they don't make any sounds. And then I finally get into a room and Misi's like, oh, maybe I could trap him in this room. It's like, he's not even here, first of all.
Hey.
And now it's like, oh, this is what I have to do. So then, of course, I do it this time. I turn the crank. I run down into the room. I go through the crack through the hallway. He goes into the room. I get out and I can close the door and he's trapped. And it's like, oh my fucking God. This goddamn game, man.
Yeah, so I cranked it once.
Yeah.
Count came in the room. I just dodged him, avoided him as much as I could. I'm like, how the frig do I do this?
Yeah.
And then, I'm just chilling, just waiting for the Count to do what he's doing. Try and get up and crank it another time. No, Count's like, hey, I'm coming to you, Missy. Yep. I'm going to get you.
Yep.
And time passes. I'm like, well, what the frig am I supposed to do? And all of a sudden, Missy goes, oh, maybe I can trap him in this room over there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
She didn't say that one time when I was getting killed.
You probably got killed too quickly. Like, it took a long time for her to even say that. Of me just, like, avoiding the Count around bookshelves. We were just circling the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Like the entire time. He'd be like, oh, I see you. Oh, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I never went into those rooms when I was being chased because it's like, oh, a closed room. Like I went up to the door. You can't close it. So I was like, well, what the fuck is the point of this?
Yeah. He has to be in there for you to close
so,
it. The
yeah,
prompt
of course.
comes up though.
Well, it comes up, but it's got like a slash through it. So like you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I can't do anything. This fucking game, man. Anyways, we lock up the Count. We go to the square. I don't even know where the fuck we are. Our mom's on the stage. The Countess is there. She's crazy, talking about the mother, how the son has come finally, and I'm gonna be a great mom to your kid. Like, sorry,
sorry, your kid's mine now.
Misi's
this is
like
the prophecy.
Yeah, Misi comes out and is like, hey, fuck you, you suck. Let my mom go. Misi's mom gets killed. Rest in peace, I guess.
Yeah, Amicia tries to fight the Count again.
Yeah, the Count. She gets the Count's sword, and the Count's like toying with her, cuts off her ponytail or braid or whatever.
Yeah.
Hugo's like, and then again we get to be Hugo, and then it's time to slowly walk through the castle, where Hugo's like, oh, I want to find mommy. Oh, I hear voices. Let me go look. And you slowly climb the stairs.
When that part happened, I was like, oh, we finally actually get to be Hugo now?
Yeah.
This far into the game and we actually get to be Hugo?
Well,
okay.
We were him one other time already.
Were we?
Well, we controlled the rats at that one point.
Yeah, but that was just the rats. That wasn't walking around.
I guess
Hugo.
so. I mean, I would barely call this controlling Hugo.
Yeah, I think this was about the time in the first one that we got control of Hugo, though.
Yeah, when we would like walk around and try to find the mom in the prison.
Yeah. That was much more.
But like that was actually gameplay.
Yeah, that was actually gameplay and good.
This could have been literally a cutscene of Hugo popping his head up the stairs. Like they didn't have to. Anyways, whatever.
They're trying to build dramatic tension, and
I just was like,
working.
oh my fucking God, seriously. So Hugo gets Super Saiyan on them and summons all the rats, and we kill all the guards and shit like that.
Yeah.
I hated this scene too.
It was so boring and so stupid. It's like, oh, get the rats over there, yay!
But the rats also were like slow too.
Yeah.
So you'd pull the trigger and they'd take a second. And
I died quite a few times in this because
the rats,
the warnings wouldn't come up when the guy was right behind me.
No, I didn't die, but I came close to getting attacked, but I didn't die. We would just squirt the rats out, and the rats would come out of the ground and kill the guards.
Yeah, until the meter filled up, and then
until our rage meter filled, and then we could summon them to kill the Countess.
Yeah,
which we did.
Yeah,
and then the Count is like, "I'm gonna make sure you never leave the island." Okay,
great.
I'm already trapped in hell, so okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fall through the floor eventually.
Yeah, and we're down in a pit or something.
Hugh goes out.
Why didn't
snoozing.
Lucas die?
Lucas falls down. We all fall down, and now it's the three of us
Lucas
together
is
again.
way more annoying than Amicia's mom.
God, way more.
This whole game, man. I don't know. I just have to assume it took them 10 years to make the first game from like idea concept to actual release. Like they had a lot of time to work on it and think about what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, it was a hit. We got to make another one. You have 2 years. Go. And it's just like, oh my God, this is what they made.
This is literally what they made. And it's like, oh, surprise, the Count and the Countess are the bad people. Oh, the Countess is dead now. It's just the Count. Like, what the?
So what happens next chapter? Oh, the guy we sold out when we first met the Count is going to be there to rescue us again?
Oh. Armand?
Yeah.
Can we have Armand back? That'd be great. Armand, go kill this guy. Sweet, I'm on it.
Yeah, I mean, now I have a crossbow, so it doesn't matter. I have a crossbow and I can get my bolts back.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about anything. But like, anyways, if this was not part of GameClub, I would have stopped playing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I would have been done
At
with
this point right here would have been the part where I'm like,
yeah. Once I died to the Count 5 times, I was like, this fucking game, man. Like, seriously. Like, okay, maybe it's my fault that I didn't explore and figure out, like, oh, there's a crack here that I can go through back into the lobby, and I can go through into the other room, and then I can have him chase me, and I can lock him in. Like, maybe that's my fault. But, like, couldn't they have had, like, every other thing in the game has a voice cue. Couldn't Amicia have gone into the room and be like, I have a minute. I don't have to hurry.
Yeah.
I can look around.
yeah, I think I've lost
Whereas the whole part leading up to this is just continually being chased by the Count.
Yeah.
Like, do not stop running. The Count will kill you.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and the whole other game is like fed you with voice lines. Oh, maybe we can do this. Oh, let's do that.
It's not even like it feeds you voice lines. It's just so much better constructed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on me.
When I was like, oh, it's rat swarming time. Let's go. And then it gives us this rat swarming crap.
Yeah. I mean, I think
It's
it'll
just,
be different. That was just for this. Well, it's kind of like in the first game where you do rescue Amicia's mom.
Yeah.
And they're in the little pit area, and Hugo is summoning the rats, and his mom's like, don't give up to the rats. And he's like, they're coming through the doors, and he's sending the rats to attack them as they come through the doors in the circular room.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this was, except outside.
Yeah. This didn't have the impact that did.
I think that's just because we're so like over the game.
Probably. And you would think that killing the Countess would be a much bigger event than what this was. Like, it just didn't it's just whatever.
I mean, we finally did it, but
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, chapter ends after we fall down and start getting up and walking around again. Yay.
Yeah. It's whatever it is.
Yeah, it's literally whatever.
So
There's
only like
whatever.
3 more chapters left or whatever.
Yeah.
So
We'll
then
get through it.
Then we'll be
Give you our
done.
final thoughts.
I mean, yeah. I can't really recommend it. The first game, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, first game, 100%. Recommend it. Go. Play that game. It's
Second
amazing.
one, I don't know. I haven't even looked at the reviews of the game. I'd be interested to see what everyone says
I've
about
heard
it.
that everyone liked it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're playing a chapter at a time, but I don't think that would do it either, because we did the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, and we did the same thing with the first Plague Tale.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy, great. First Plague Tale, great. Alan Wake, I mean, gameplay-wise, But even then, the gameplay, I find, I wasn't dying like to stupid shit all the time in Alan Wake like I am in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like Alan Wake, it was more like, the gameplay's because it's easy.
It's just
It's just like shine a flashlight at a guy, shoot him with your gun.
Yeah.
Like
it was repetitive.
Yeah.
With a few breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Whatever. So,
yes.
Yeah. Another week, another Plague Tale.
Yeah. See, with the first Plague Tale, it's just like, oh, I actually have to stop myself from continuing to play because I want to see what happens. Whereas this one, now that this has
as soon as the
happened-
chapter was over, I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
I can stop playing.
Stop playing this game.
Yeah, I would have stopped playing. This would have been the end. Like dying to the stupid Count, I would have been like, all right, fuck this game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if well, that all depends on if we manage to push past chapter 3. For me, it's like if I managed to get past chapter 3, then this is where I would have stopped. But
I
would have stopped. At
well,
chapter
that's
3.
Yeah, exactly. It did get better after chapter 3.
Yeah, but
It's like a sine wave.
Yeah.
It starts down here and goes up, and then it's like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna go back
Go
down
right
here.
back down.
So maybe by the end we'll be like, this was game of the year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, they followed up chapter 11 where it was like actiony. There were a few frustrating parts, but it was still good. The set pieces are fantastic.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot in that chapter to this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh.
It's a filler chapter, but it also was like a terrible chapter.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Just the most anticlimactic.
Yeah. Oh well. Whatever.
Speaking of climaxing,
Oh, wait.
patreon.com/StreamVoidPod. I know we talked about it earlier already, but we're going to talk about it again. You can get in there. You can support this stream. You can support this podcast for as little as $1 a month. And what does that get you? What does your $1 a month get you? Well, it gets you all of the bonus content.
Yes.
All of it. There's no bonus content locked behind the $10 paywall. There's no bonus content locked behind the $25 paywall.
Wow.
You get it all for $1 a month. That includes all the bonus videos that we put out that do not go out there. It's not a regular. It's just a bonus video that we do. Like we did the one chip challenge for our first bonus video. The next bonus video is going to be to consume luncheon meat, various
taste
brands.
Testing.
Let you know, taste test. We're going to taste it cooked or not cooked. We're going to taste it straight out of the can.
Raw
we're
dog
taste it fried. And we're going to give you guys our opinions on all of that. Yep. You also get the pre-show content and the pro show content. Yep. And you get this podcast early today, Sunday, the day that we are recording, rather than on Wednesday when the rest of y'all are listening to this. Yes. So, and there's usually an hour of bonus content. Sometimes there's 2 hours. Sometimes we go nuts.
True. Definitely true.
Yes. That is correct.
Yes. So sign up. What's wrong with you?
Patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Yep.